and I am a second vice president here at St. Petersburg City Theater.
And I am Daphne Booth, and I am co-founder of Two Hangry Chicks. And if you've never done a project with Two Hangry Chicks before, we have two requirements. One, that you're safe, and two, that you have fun. And those are always our rules. You have to have fun, but you have to be safe about it. So I just wanted to welcome you. Christy is here representing the theater, and she's the one that reached out to Two Hangry Chicks, probably like a month and a half ago.
Details of our upcoming camps. The next camp we'll be doing is High School Musical 2. So again, thank you so much for coming and helping with this today. This is, if you're not aware of what a wonderful job St. Pete does with MLK Day of Service, this is made possible because the Florida legislature puts aside funding that comes to St. Pete and is administered by St. Petersburg College. And so for us to do this event, we put in to receive some of that funding in a grant. And we had a one-line item budget. Our only line item on our budget was to spend 100% of our grant money on food for the hungry. And so the theater donated the venue, and we're working 100% on volunteers. So thank you again so much for coming today. I've done this before. If you haven't done it before, you're in for a treat. So thank you.
And put a packet of tomato sauce. Maybe this person. Lane, could you and your family help demonstrate, since you guys are such experts? All right, so this should actually have a bag. So step one, toss the sauce in the bag. Step two is adding the soy protein, which you can just pretend. So dump the red cup, pretend like you're dumping the half cup. Oh, he wants to get his gloves on.
You have two hands. You can put the tools in the cup.
And the key too is to hold that bag firmly in the funnel, because you don't want to end up with ingredients everywhere. And then when you're done, it's going to make its way over to the scale. The scale is an important part. We want all of the bags to come out pretty similar, because we want them to be similar.
11.4 to 11.6.
11.4 to 11.6 ounces is what we're going for. Don't worry, it is written on the table. And there's a cool, done your 3 seconds and stuff. And then the last step is for someone who's going to stand at the end of the table. You're going to put 16 bags are going to go on the empty grid on the table, and each bag is going to get a sticker on the back of the bag. You do the trigger first, and then put the sticker on. And that's it. I know that sounds really complicated when you can't see all of the steps, but you're going to have a table captain that's going to help you work through it.
On the MLK Day of Service. It's a project that was really spearheaded by Senator Rousseau, and he made it possible and convinced folks in the Florida legislature to allot money to an MLK Day of Service citywide project here in St. Petersburg, Florida, which really was one of the first cities in Florida to have a huge project like this. And those funds that the city of St. Petersburg gets are administered by St. Petersburg College. And what groups are eligible to do is apply for grant money with St. Petersburg College and spell out how you would like your MLK Day of Service event to go. So we decided we're trying to get more folks into the theater and engage more with the community. And so our thing is we decided we wanted to put the community back into community theater. We are a nonprofit organization ourselves, run 100% on volunteers. Every aspect of this theater, from the lights, the sound, the directors, obviously everyone on the board, concessions, ushers, everything is done by volunteers. And so we wanted to engage more with our community and also get a broader audience coming to the theater. And we felt that one of the greatest ways we could really springboard and do that is by engaging with the community on this MLK Day of Service. And I've worked with Two Hangry Chicks before. It's a wonderful organization. It's so much fun, and it does so much good. We decided we put in for a grant where 100% of our budget, it would be a one-line item budget, where all of the funding we receive from MLK Day of Service through SBC would be allotted toward feeding the hungry. And that that is where Two Hangry Chicks came in. I reached out to Daphne, and she's very good at the logistics of setting up a packing event like the one we have going on at the theater today.
So I was really excited to get the phone call because this is our favorite type of project. One of the things that Two Hangry Chicks prides itself on is family-friendly projects. And so when Christy said that they were interested in applying for these grant funds, it was win-win because here's an incredible place to be able to do a meal packaging event. And we love to do projects, and we have volunteers that are ready to get plugged in. So this is officially our first project of 2018. We put the online sign up out there in the universe, and we had, I think, 60 people. I think we opened it at 50 volunteer spots, and it filled within 2.5 hours. So we had more excitement and volunteers than we knew what to do with. So then we opened another 20. So when we closed the volunteer sign up, we actually had to turn people away. We had 70 people here who were volunteering. And the idea behind the project is to take raw materials, package them with volunteer help, and at the end of the day, we will leave with packaging more than 10,000 meals, like the City Theater, all by volunteers. So I think we're going to go way over 10,000, based on the funds that you were able to secure through grants and private donations. We have paid for basically 12,000 meals, but we're partnering with a group called Meals of Hope that has put together the kit for us today, and we may go over 14,000. So.
And I think one of the reasons why the response was so resounding and quick to fill up, and this is one of the things that was on my radar from the beginning when I thought this would be a good project for the theater to get involved in, is in the past there have not been, I perceive that there have not been a lot of projects that parents can go with their little kids and do a day of service when those kids are out of school, or even big kids. You know, I was always looking for a project that I could do with my girls